One of the things that you've probably heard about if you read Entrepreneur Magazine or Fortune Magazine or anything, you talk to anybody who started a business, they'll often advise you that you need to have an exit plan. When I started, I was looking to start my first company. I read about this. I'm like, why do I need an exit plan? I didn't understand what that was. I had this idea that the company I was going to start was going to be around forever, and that would be my thing forever. But it is important to have an exit plan. Your exit plan doesn't always need to mean that you do one thing. You'll often hear that people use the term exit plan in terms of them wanting to sell their company, to have it be acquired by another company. That's one example of an exit plan. That's not the only one. You might never truly have an exit plan. You might start something that you just want to work at until you retire, and there's nothing wrong with that. Your exit plan is basically retirement. That is one exit plan. It's a long one. But if you want to eventually get to the point where you can do other things, have more freedom in your life, you can develop an exit plan in one or more ways. Obviously, you can sell the company or plan to sell the company. The earlier that you plan to do that, then the more things you can put in place to actually facilitate that sale. But you don't need to sell the company. You can ultimately hire somebody else to run that company, and you can take a back seat. You can be an advisor to that company. You don't need to just bail. You don't need to sell the company, but you don't need to continue to operate it. Because when you're a business operator, you don't really own the business owns you. But if you can get to the point where somebody else is running the day-to-day operations, you can take a back seat. And that's one type of exit plan, that you just let somebody else run it. And then you essentially have, you're there, you can help advise where things are going, but that business that you created is essentially a cash machine. It's like an ATM. And that's one of the things that you want as an entrepreneur. You're gonna have to put in a shit ton of work to build the company to where it is. Do not do it for a one-time price. Do not ever make the mistake of equating your time to money. You are trying to get an unlimited return on the time that you put in. You want your company to be a cash machine. So that's what you can do. You don't need to sell it. You can sell, if you can sell your company, if you got a software company or whatever kind of company, you can sell it for a lot of money. Then you can take the money, walk away, and invest it in other things that produce cash for you. But your company is one investment. A lot of people don't think of their company as being an investment, but it's huge. People often think about, well, they're going to take the profits and they're going to go invest in real estate or the stock market and get earnings, dividends, rent checks from those investments, but without ever thinking that their own company is an investment, because it is. It's probably the biggest investment that they can have. Exit plans it's not a one-size-fits-all. You don't need to have a traditional exit plan like a planned sale of the company. You can simply step back, be an advisor to it. You can ride it out until retirement if you want. So you got different options for you. Don't think that you have to do one specific thing.